Welcome everybody. It's 12:59 on the clock, the 11th hour. That is the 12 of wisdom of the hanging man, seeing new perspectives, and the 59 of that war within, and standing up for yourself as the clock just turned to 1 o'clock. Double zeros of source embodiment, backing up the 1 of the magician embodiment. So I have quite a few reads today. I will definitely do the Metatron read from this morning, the read on the table for the twin flames, as well as a union read I did with my Lenormand Reverie cards, which I don't usually use. It's just a smaller read than I normally do, but that came out really interesting, so I'm going to give you that too. The physical union for the twin flames, the masculine, the feminine side, the masculine side, for 4D, 5D, and 6D. I do have a few other messages of the day, which I'll get to if there's time. But otherwise, I'm going to get right into the Metatron read first. I think I have a second Metatron read from yesterday as well. I definitely want to do that one too. So this first Metatron reads from today that I just did. It's at 10:50 to 51, which is the 9:50 to 51, the 9 of the Hermit, the 50 of the 10 of Cups, and 51 again going into the King of Swords. I think that number combination came up yesterday as well, from 50 to 51. From the emotional happiness of the family to perhaps the emotional happiness of the King of Swords, right? That's the masculine father sacrificing themselves for the family, but not finding any happiness themselves, and then switching that energy to self-love. So I'm going to show you the picture of that first. We're going to roll the die, take a few deep breaths. Go ahead and take a few more deep breaths as I speak. Okay, here's the first Metatron read. The underlying energies are here in the bottom of the deck. This is the bottom card. And the first card out here is the castle going across, 12 cards, and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And this is an addendum at the bottom. Those are extra cards that came out for a message here. Okay. So for this read, we had all 4 elements, as well as all the colors except for the blues and the greens. So the heart and then the third eye and the throat chakra were all missing in this read today. But we had everything else, including pink for compassion there. The underlying energy I started interpreting at 9:57, and 57 came up earlier too. So again, that separation energy came up. But there was some interesting messages around separation that came up in this read. So pay attention if you're interested in that, because it was pretty profound actually. And that was at 9:57. Let me roll the die first too here. For the twin flames, it is April 21st, 2022 today for the twin flames. Okay, we have Pisces here, and we have the moon, which is Cancer, so a lot of water energies right there, and then the number 10, which for me is Libra energy of the Wheel of Fortune, but also October, which is Libra into Scorpio. Okay, so let's see where that leads to. And the moon, yeah, the moon. We just had the full moon. But I think we're pretty far out from the full moon already, right? Aren't we about a week out already? I can't remember when the full moon was. Was that like the 16th or something? Yeah, so we're at the 21st, which is 5 days out. So getting more to that mid-moon energy, which is more settled. Along with Pisces, which is the end of the astrological chart, stepping into the new realm, the moon of the romance, of the Cancer energy, of the mother energy in the home, and then the 10 of a turn for the better, destiny, that high vibration, and then again of the Libra energy of balance and justice, truth and balance. So as I start interpreting the underlying energies here, it's the release of the wounded warrior's untapped energy. And again, reminding us to go from your heart to the earth's core, connecting to the sun, the central sun, and then back to the heart. As Mother Earth is here for grounding support, and also for you to warm up her grounds with your warm feet on the Queen's chambers, the cubit. And here's the cubit with the Q here, the superposition of 2 states, right? Two states being a twin flame in two different states. The chakra system cubits and the diamond light purifying the wings of the wounded warrior going through the moon to the King of Swords, grounding and purifying their innocence, especially geared towards the masculine energy here today. The first card out was the Castle on a Cloud, the message of higher realms and magic in the purple moon. The Knight of Wands fired up with a passion for life, perhaps to get going, you know, perhaps do some errands or do something you're very passionate about or work out, to transform the sun's light into that shadow pack, that small storage for later. The chaos of the sun, which is life, into sports and play and the pursuit of happiness, traveling light. The wounded warrior with a message of passion to transform the light and the dark, to bring together two, the light and the dark, to make something more from both of them together. Beacon shine on the icy fields, which came up actually in the fall too. I think Sam the Illusionist had talked about that we'd have a longer cold winter because they needed to redirect some of our energies back up to the fields and space to transmute some of the energies up there. So beacon shine on the icy fields, that's you glowing your light up to help out with that, and grounding the cube or the hexahedron, the atlas energy of standing strong, allowing those waves to warm up to you while shining the light up to the castle on a cloud in the purple moon or the 0 point field. The King of Cups detach from the 3D drama and look up at sunrise. See the phased array of the sun, our ray, and water, 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 so important here. Earth, love light, sun, and water for emotional well-being. The icosahedron, I, matter infinitely. The ivy of honoring oneself. It's so healing here. Swimming in the ocean with the sun reaching into that water is the vehicle of infiltration. You know, the salt water of the ocean. And you know how healing the salt water of the ocean is. You know this. The salt, the sun, and the water and the love light release excess energies to the castle on a cloud after aligning with source, receiving the chaos of the light and life, and releasing the stagnant death energy of control, of darkness and death. They release each other and allow each other, the light and the darkness at 10:21, the 10 of the wheel, the 21 of today, and it's 1:07 on the clock, which is the magician, and the 7 of the chariot, but also the 10 of the wheel of fortune in the chariot, right? Destined to ascend as the feminine within the masculine. At 10:21, a turn for the better and completion of the world. The light and the dark, they release each other and allow each other in light and darkness. How can we make the dark control the bad irresistible as opposed to resisting or having left, and allowance as opposed to attached to being right? Add the chilled 0 point field to where the rock meets the sea, grounded with the sunrise and unconditional love, and then filtering through the waters, swimming in the rays of the sunlight, honoring your water body continuously. Just like you are a beacon, so is the earth where the ocean meets the mountain. She sends light to the source field and warms you in the sunrise on the lawn, and continuous sun rays all day to filter your water naturally. So it's telling you how important it is for you to get those rays of sun. And by the way, today's the 21st of the 21 of the world, and it adds up to 31-4, which is the 5 of Wands, which can be lots of energy, right? It has to do with playing games, but also can be conflict and battles. It's all in your perspective here. It can be acting, it can be, like I said, playing, but also could be the pursuit of happiness, right? And of course, sports and competition are in there. Are you playing sports and having fun? Or are you competing, right? What is your perspective and what makes you happy here? So at 10:32 here, with the Wheel of Fortune and the journey of the 32, is the fire dragon facing their purity, their pure side, their innocent side. The dolphin of Lemuria and the dragon of Atlantis. And the King of Swords with the dragon equals the Sandalphon Lyran energy, the noble sun on the fool's journey who's with you now. Inner child, what weighs on you today? Hear and know your inner child, the Atlas, as the chaos of the sun filters through your water body. The Divine Masculine's connecting with all sides of himself here. His fiery side, as I'm losing my voice, his fiery side, his righteous side, his angelic side, and his innocent, childlike side. The cosmos mirrors you with a wake-up call and reflection. The dodecahedron with 12 faces in the Milky Way is like the seagull and the eagle in the sunlight and the clouds. The sun through the watery clouds and air. The central sun through the plasma ethers, or again, regarding wind and gravity here. And it was bringing up the turbines to give you a visual and something to magnetize separation of that, to separate the wheat from the chaff, to purify and then reintegrate. So there's an invention that's here regarding the turbines, how they can be more than they are right now. And again, is also telling you that the universe separated you to purify you before reintegration, just like taking apart something to either clean it out or make it new or vamp it up and then put it back together again, or how to learn how to put something back together because you received something like a spaceship from somewhere else that you don't understand. So you take it, you break it down and separate the pieces in order to put them all back together, which is the same energy of Source and us, the parts of Source. So some here with inventions take things apart to purify and then put them back together in a whole new way. How can we incorporate the sun into the turbines? Perhaps each wing with a solar panel. I'm sure they've thought of that already. They probably are using that already. But these are just examples of how things can be even more than they are. Not just incorporating the wind, but also incorporating the sun at the same time. Like separating all air molecules and their pollutants, right? Because air isn't just air anymore. It has all these pollutants in it. To bring back together the purified form, cutting off the ocean from the mountain, the human from Source, to see what the problem is and then put back together all clean, perhaps with some new parts and refreshed as well. Just like they take apart spaceships and diseases to learn how they are created, but also to expand and purify that knowledge. After the 12 faces of the Pentagon are mirrored and judged, the 13th sign, which Ophiuchus comes up here as well, but the 13th sign of the bird flying free in the octahedron of the two roofs coming together in the rays of the wind beneath the seagull and the eagle's wings. After the 20 points of this dodecahedron here, the 12 faces of the Pentagon dodecahedron, after the 20 points of judgment, of contention, becomes the 30 sides of union and connection. And these are all of the different parts of the dodecahedron. The 12 faces, the 20 points, and the 30 sides. The 12 faces after the 20 of the 20 points of contention and judgment becomes 30 sides of the union and connection. The 12 plus 20 equals 32 of the journeyman, and the 20 plus 30 equals the 50 of that happy family and emotional fulfillment. And then the 12 plus 20 and 30 equals 62, which then becomes the wisdom of new perspectives and the wake-up call to the public judgment, and that there's no place like home, which then becomes the 62, like a prison of the Eight of Swords upright if used as fear to stay out of public judgment, or that home can also be the Eight of Swords released or upside down if used as an expression of one's self, as love to care for family and self and embrace the wake-up call and allow the decisions to come naturally. The 13D of Source's throne, or just the tip of the 13, 14, 15 iceberg of the Trinity Source throne. The transition to the angel, which is 14, and the devil, which is 15 themselves, and of course 13 is the transition, the chaos of the angelic realms, and the control of the devil and prison planets, which we are. Filling up your bodily senses in a physical body as opposed to your 6th and 7th and so on senses in the etheric realms. The seagull and the eagle may be an odd couple, But just like Oscar and Felix, what God brings together, let no human put asunder at 1102. And Spirit's really connecting with me here. So 1102 is justice of alignment, truth and balance, and the 2 of the high priestess. And being in your knowing. So then the busy carpenter bee came up. Oh, by the way, before I forget, if you guys don't mind, there's 2 people I'd like you to send healing out to, if you don't mind. And one of them is my brother's brother-in-law, who's going through a 2nd round of a chemo transplant for leukemia. So if you can send some love out to him and healing. And also my accountant, who just came down with COVID. So if you could send some love out to them, that would be amazing. But the busy carpenter bee is coming up here, pollinating pretty buttercups, reflecting under your chinny chin chin, or perhaps a toast, chin chin, to crystalline wings, the gossamer wings that are see-through. You see right through them. They have see-through skin, or they're very lightweight. Again, high vibrational. Loving dear ones, inner children, have you found the key to who you are? Authentically? The shaman truth of Thanksgiving and what the natives brought to the table? Have you seen the peace treaty and the pipes they brought? The instruments with which to make sounds? The truth of you, of safety, strength, and power, and what that means at 1107 of justice and the chariot, and the feather in their hair is your remembrance of that seagull and the eagle and their origins of the sea glee and the e-glee of the seagull and the eagle, the fish and the birds, the water and the air. What a pair! Becoming something more than they were just alone, as the Queen of Wands is called here to stretch and lunge, to become more, to connect and attune. The orangutan of the forest man and the veggie woe man, swinging from the trees like Tarzan and Jane naturally, stretching your arms up and lunge. Arc and be the rainbow, the wind beneath their wings, remembering how to fly, inspired by your dreams, and then having that eureka moment under the sea. I found it, Mom. Finding Nemo, who's such a clown, has a weak little lucky fin, right? He's a clownfish, from the Great Barrier Reef to the dentist's aquarium. And that was coming up from movies at Disney.com. Hold on. I'm recording. I have to call you back.
All right.
Okay. So we have Nemo here. From the Great Barrier Reef to the dentist's aquarium, with help of family and friends, right, his father and his friend, but as well as vegetarian sharks, turtles who surf, and jellyfish who hypnotize, and hungry seagulls for something more than they are alone. The AI in the fish tank can really be scary to a little fish because it's unknown in Nemo's perspective. But to us, it's just a toy that we put in there, a gift to make their life more interesting. Arcing from air to sea to find the sword from the stone, to bring them back together in a whole new way, in the life bulb of the womb, in the shell's phased array. Remember, we brought up the shell of the womb and that new life, and then the sun's phased arrays. They come together and make this weaving, which is like a lattice. It's like a grid. The sun and the life womb of the womb and the shell's phased array of compassion for oneself, inspired by compassionate love for all. The life bulb of LIFE, which we brought up before, is the L of the right angle, the I of the I am, and the FE of the irony of the bulb, BU, and the logarithm to the base 2, or in other words, the word of poetry or music that flows into harmonizing in resonance. At 1124, the alignment of the Queen of Wands, which we just talked about, the Queen of Wands stretching and lunging. What will you be this time when you incarnate? Or your child, the new child, incarnates? Remember, your children are an expression of you. So what have you not seen in yourself that's in your children? Your children are taking the parts of you apart in order to purify them and bring them back together with you. Perhaps that part of you who wants to erupt or be naked in front of the world. The mountain or Mohammed. What part of Source are you not allowing or resisting yourself to be, or attaching to pushing away or refusing to let go? Are you pushing away those who want to control you when only you can allow them to? Are you attaching to that you can't live without? And why is that? You can live with only air, water, and food, and when you die, you're just putting on a new suit. So being present here to how best you can serve Source and the universe at 1133, the alignment of unity consciousness, and your alignment with that unity consciousness. So when you leave your body, it's just Source saying, oh, it's time to call back. I need you somewhere else, right? So it's like, you know, working and traveling, or, you know, even like Get Smart, like, I'm calling you back. You got to come back now because I need you over here real quick. So really, when you pass away, it's just Source calling you back because they need you more in another area, just like the human body. So the 1134s, Justice, and the 34 of the energetic exchange, the arrows of love, or just lots of energy back and forth. As the Queen of Cups, activate your light body to connect with the King of Swords' purity and innocence. Go with the flow on that whispering bench, 1 to 1, and literally when you draw 1-1, which equals the H when you put it back together. And the H taken apart and put back together another way becomes the X, with a shorter line in the middle, which references that third direction of the two twins dancing in the eighth dance, the divine masculine and feminine in the eighth dance, and the quantum leap between them in other directions and dimensions. Do your research at the library. Open a random page. AKA is the Akash, to the library, to see new perspectives, eval, and review. So go to your private room with your twin on the whispering bench. And then before leaving, open a library book to see what it says. And then lead the way with flame in hand and that ring of keys, answering the call from dark to light, and dance in the sunset and purge with compassion of your relatives reflecting back at you in that beautiful image of the sunset. In the aqua rose gold heart, 2 infinite spirals weaving together in a finite suit. The aqua water, the rose color of your internal body, and the golden coin that you are, that animates your humanness, or your awareness, your beingness. Finding Nemo, or in other words, a clown. The fool on the fool's journey with an open heart and a leap of faith, and Spirit's connecting with me. And then as soon as I finished writing A Leap of Faith, George came in with faith, faith, the faith, the faith. So of course I had to look up George Michael's. And of course there was news there about George Michael's, because his documentary about his life that he did in 2016 before he died is coming out this summer, the complete story, in theaters this summer. And he passed away December 25th, 16. He was born June 25th, 63, and died 12/25/16 on Christmas. And actually his, this isn't, I guess they're doing a little Christmas thing here. It's being released 3 days before his birthday, like the Rising of Christ, because he passed away on Christmas. And this news was at 11:44, which again is very significant, and to me as well, because my soul number is 3811, and my life lesson number is 44:8. So the 1144 of justice, truth, and balance and alignment, and the 44 of grounding, integrating, and mastering how to receive love. So 3 days before his birthday, his movie will be released about his life, his final work with his friend David Austin, which triggered me because I've been getting Dustin and Austin a lot. There's someone on TV or actually on Netflix rather, there's someone there whose name is Austin who had the same birthday as me. And then Dustin Gray came up yesterday in the cards. And Saint Moth, which was weird, but that came up as the Saint Mother, which will come up in the other read I did. But David Austin is Michael's friend who co-directed the film with him. And again, Saint Moth came up here again. If that means anything to any of you, or Dustin Gray, please tell me, because I really didn't find anything significant regarding those literal translations of Saint Moth and Dustin Gray. However, I did look up Moth Street, which I'll tell you about in a second. So Dustin Hoffman also came up here with Dustin. His first podcast interview, he's never done a podcast before, is coming up with Blossom Star neuroscientist and Jeopardy co-host Mayim Bialik. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing their name right. But then I looked up Moth Street, because the moth came up again, and that came up in my other read. And by the way, Mike, I'm supposed to tell you this too, that George Michael's, I meant to say not Michael, but George. George Michael's passed away. He had cardiomyopathy as well as myocarditis and with a fatty liver. That's what he passed. That was the cause of death. So Moth Street, I looked up, and the only thing that came up was Moth Street in Pecatonica in Illinois. Pecatonica. I'm not sure how they pronounce it. And that's 61063. So 63 came up again. That was the year of George Michael's birth. But it was really weird because it's a really small town. It's right next to Westlake Village, which is so weird because Westlake Village in California is where I went to my friend's wedding in 16 and where I thought I saw my twin there with some person who I wasn't aware of. So it's weird that Westlake Village came up again. And it's at the Wisconsin border, but it's between Chicago, Madison, and Milwaukee. And they're all near Lake Michigan. And at the bottom of Lake Michigan was coming up South Bend, which my parents used to live in Bend, Oregon. So all these weird little, synchronicities were coming up. It's off Route 20 and crosses paths with Route 2. So there's the divine feminine energies of 2 of the feminine and the 20 of judgment, which is source backing up the feminine, right, to make that wake-up call. And it's near Rock River and Loves Park right there in the town and intersects with Route 2, like I said. And it's surrounded by all these numbered interstates that were very significant here. 39 of the Knight of Cups, 88 of the Twin Flames, and then those are both interstates. And then the Routes 52, which is the Queen of Swords, 26 of the Page of Wands, 73, which is the 5 of Pentacles, right? The 2 lovers out in the cold, but it's all 73 literally is the route from where I live down to the shores like Ocean City and all the Jersey coast. And then 81, which for me is from the numerology book, is the end of karma around the world. So I'm wondering, what is it about this little town that's near Chicago that's so significant? Because it's a really small town. It has about 2,200 population. And it also looks beautiful there because there's a nice river right there at Pecatonica. And it, of course, Main Street runs through it, which is Pecatonica or Pecatonica. I'm not sure how they pronounce it, like I said. But that is the street that becomes Main Street. And the other way is just 1 through 12th Street. The other perpendicular streets with the numbers are Hugh, I don't know what I wrote there. Oh, High Street, Division Street, Washington, Taylor, John Grove, and Moth Street, which is why I found this, as well as Reed and Jackson. You enter the town by Sumner and Telegraph, or Main, which is that Main Street. And so I looked up the word, the name of the town, which is P-E-C-A-T, which is the first part, which means to sin and to fire. And then Onika, or Onik. Well, Onika just came up as a name, but Oniko with an O at the end is relating to the claw or the nail or the hoofs, and that comes up in the cards, the animal cards, because that's the devil card, is the one with the hoofs, the goat with the hoofs on fire. So it's named as the devil town. It's the place of sin, town of the devil. And Oni is also Japanese evil spirit or demon. Water, noise, honey, unless, until, today, and one all come up as well as the spirit or demon. And I was guided to haunted places in that town. And they're not really in that town. They're more in Rockford next door. But yeah, there's something weird about that town that needed to come up. If anyone knows that town or knows why it's significant, please comment below. I would love to know. There's something significant there. So overall from this read is the Wounded Warrior romancing the stone, the King of Swords, and the Castle message to grounding and integrating the sun in a wake-up call from the cosmos to go with the flow 1-to-1. Then the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups on the Fool's journey to fly free and see new perspectives here. and then form of water, WAITE, to plasma or pollen, cure of joy and happiness, and dancing with your flame. 1-to-1 of love and wisdom, the dance of leadership, or leadership is the urgent lead ship, or mercy ship that blocks radiation, or a medical ship perhaps with lead on board. So that might be a significant message for someone as well. All right, so the next read I'm going to do for you is the Metatron. No, I actually want to do the I want to do the physical union read for you first. Okay, so this is the physical union read, and this is at 30:43 if you want to put the time down. I'll try to remember to do that. 30:44 is the union read. All right, so let me show you the picture of that. I have 3 pictures because I did a little bit of clarifying of the union read. So I'm going to show it to you without the clarifier. So here's my union read. Hold on, let me just show you what this is. It's hard to see that. So here's the union read. The underlying energies here. This is the feminine side. This is the masculine side. We have feminine, masculine, and the bridge between them in the middle. This is the feminine going into the 4D, 5D, and the 6D here, and then the closing energy on the masculine side as well, as the masculine's the outgoing energy. Okay, and this is the pup, the romantic little pup there. And here's some clarifiers I did of the central card, which I'll get into, and this is of the loving man. Or was that the feminine side? We had 2 of them. I'm sorry, this is, yeah, just the 2. So the 2 sets of clarifiers. Yeah, that's it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and this may be clarifying more of the feminine because the first one clarified more of the masculine energies. Okay, so the union read was at 8:30 p.m. last night. The underlying energy of the Cancer journey of the mid-moon or after the full moon, and pinpointing details are under a microscope, making it bigger than it is. The romantic pup wants to go for a walk or for another to lead them in the 10 of Cups family here. The key to freedom, perhaps steady work and the Christ consciousness, and the Queen of Wands may be toxic here. So there may be on both sides. It came up in the middle cards here. I'm going to show you that. So for both sides, the masculine and the feminine, I wanted you to see this here. Sorry, it's fuzzy. There we go. You see there's the snake in the garden over here in the middle for the feminine, and over here is the mess, with the mice and the eaten apples. The same thing is over here as well. So again, reflecting you how the same thing happens but in different ways on both sides. Okay. So what was going on with the feminine side, there's some toxicity there with the snake in the garden or the apples in the garden. This could be rugrats leaving a mess for the Cancer energy to clean up, or ate the poison apple, or a doggy causing illness because they're perhaps tracking their poop around, or needing to clean them more often or take them out for a walk more often, or the venom may be the vehicle of infiltration to cut ties with the wounded warrior, a sister, or sister cutting ties to the wounded warrior's path. What that can be your own suffering silence as well, or the wounded warrior here, whoever you're dealing with, and this can be a child as well. What they thought would be freedom was the snake in the grass or the garden, leaving them ungrounded. Cancer and Sagittarius energies here on the Divine Feminine side. In the 4D is the child, Page of Swords or message, or Scorpio in transition, bridging to the Divine Masculine with the Knight of Wands, passionate commitment offered by the Divine Masculine, Page of Wands, with justice and alignment, cracking the whip with rod and staff, which can be people at work or actually their own children as well. In the 5D here is the Divine Feminine, self-love and diving deep, or the message about well water or community water supply, or diving deep to receive new love offer from the Divine Masculine twin flame with one last rose and the Ace of Cups attached. Twin swans with a message of love, or children, Page of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands, witnessing the connection between them. The 6th, remember that's the 5D. In the 6D is the Divine Feminine exposing the establishment or places that they can stay, perhaps a peaceful place, a bridge with the Knight of Cups taking a risk, offering love to the Divine Masculine to nest the dream by looking up, along with the Queen of Cups. Or while the Divine Feminine is helping a child or project dear to their heart getting started or settled in, the Divine Masculine's getting the nest ready with loving heart and not taking any crap at work or from kids. Bridging the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, or merging a family together here, with the Knight of Wands committed, the Knight of Cups, perhaps someone who takes risks, the Queen of Wands and Page of Cups maybe can't believe how much they're alike, or two Pisces kids who are both very fiery. There's 3 aces on the masculine side, sudden dreams, stars, and galactic peace, with rugrats or pests leaving a mess for the King of Wands to clean up, to stand up for themselves and transmute the chaos of the sun's light exposed as the Ace of Pentacles in a big offer of time, money, and energy, or a new life of the Power Man Twin Flame is in love here. The chaos, but it's seen as chaos to the masculine because they don't understand that feeling because they're unable to control it at 9-12, which is the Hermit and the wisdom of the Hanging Man. It's very interesting how that was coming up. So then when I clarified here at 9:30, which is the Hermit and the Union, the clarifying of the swans, which are right in the middle of the read in the 5D, is leading the way, a beautiful transformative or transformation to the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or that dream family, right? Heaven on earth. The justice of third party walking away, of imprisonment, of being bored, and in the need of peace. The Knight of Cups at work, destined, or perhaps Libra here, with sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange with the Queen of Wands, and Batman, Hanging Man here, suddenly awake with red eyes, unstable or destabilized by the Knight of Wands reversed player, or being paralyzed by their passions, between the Empress reversed and the King of Wands reversed, lovers out in the cold together. And then clarifying the loving man was the underlying energy of the King of Pentacles, upright and disconnect or at a distance, while the whole truth, or the Ace of Swords, out of nowhere came in, and then without options but to be the fool with an open heart and take that leap, even if they're not really ready, like a little chick. The King of Cups is upright here, out of the limelight, ending an emotional cycle to implement a plan and heal the devil within, overwork and sneakiness, looking all peaceful on the outside, with that last ace up their sleeve, untrusting of others, bringing in an ending of conflict or losing battle of deception here, of I'll show you mine if you show me yours. With Aries and Cancer upright, Aries and Capricorn upright with Cancer reversed here. And then I guess I didn't take a picture of that clarification, but this third one is the other one I showed you, of the King of Swords upright and the underlying energies with Ace of Wands reversed, the Empress and the Devil both reversed. The King of Swords is frustrated or in his truth, perhaps after sex, with the Empress reversed, who may be detoxing, with Taurus and Capricorn both reversed here. The Union or home and the Chariot or Cancer in a bold move or traveling to reap rewards, separated from the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, who's reversed. Awakening, the Page was upright, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Awakening and the Hermit with the light on, or up all night counting sheep. Perhaps planning travel and or disappointed that somebody can't make it, or unsure about what dates or how long they can. At 9:51, again, we have the King of Swords here along with the Hermit. Very much the masculine and the feminine energies. All right, so now we're going back to the first Metatron read from yesterday. Let me show you that one. So here's the Metatron read from yesterday. So again, same setup. Okay, we have the underlying energies here, the bottom of the deck, first card out, and then this is an extra addendum down here. Okay. So this one was done at, and the time for this one is about 39 minutes. So write that down too. So this was done at 11:37 to 38 is when I cut the deck for Metatron. And for yesterday, there's just earth and fire as far as the elements. And yesterday it was very heavily green and blue, which we're actually missing today. So that was interesting because the green emerald of the heart and then the blue throat and indigo were both present in this read, as well as silver and red and white. So what was missing here yesterday was actually the sun, right? The yellow and the orange. And today the blue and the green is missing. So I started at 11:45, which happens to be the time of my birth, but at night. The 11 is justice of alignment, and 45 is the purging energy of that 5 of cups. The indigo, whole, balanced, and mastering the mysteries of the stars, your star, the indigo and emerald green heart of the Knight of Cups being love, along with self-satisfaction, with family circles at sunrise, the world offering love in your own self-satisfaction. At 12 o'clock on the dot here, 00 is backing up the 12 of wisdom, is the passion of the Knight of Wands and their love for life, releasing their fire energy upward on the journey of the King of Swords, again going from the passion to the swords of the coolness, to cool it off, the King of Swords of the white, innocence and purity, to purify. The indigo and the Knight of Wands traveling with or to the King of Swords to purify from orange to gold, the earth to unity consciousness. The Knight of Cups on Mother Earth in the purple moon, offering love to the cold fields and the plants, warming them up, and also the fields like we talked about in the other read, out in the etheric realms. The inner child, authentic self, who are you today? What is the key to your destination? And then I went outside to take a couple pictures of the sun right here. And then as soon as I came back, I realized the next card was a sun card, which I didn't know. I didn't look at it before I went outside to take pictures of the sun. So the sun card came up, and it was really beautiful rainbow colors yesterday. The new dawn here at 12:47 of the 12 of wisdom and seeing new perspectives of the sun, perhaps. And then the 47 of synchronicities and having options and heaven in your eyes, the sun. The new dawn of high vibe rays of that diamond light, the heart shape, the wings shape, and the diamond and emerald here, and the cuts of cubes and teardrops, so they're like diamond shapes here, and the phased array of the sun. And aura is the span, that way in that direction, on that route, around that neighborhood, or a deposit or pledge, and giddy up. And aura also comes up as the ARRA with 2 dots above both A's is literally how the letter R is spelled, but it's also shown as ash R ash, which is light R light. It's like I am that I am. It's the same kind of energy, but it also gets broken down into AZ, which is Arizona, and Ra, which is the ray, and also Ra. And again, the R of our projection here. The Knight of Cups love here with the moon and the purple moon, but also the energy of the mother's love and the home, along with the 46 of the loving children and the 10 of destiny and that high vibration. The sword and the stone, the family release, the union of the warrior of light, finding the thorn and removing it at night when the energies are calm, coming together to heal, to receive healing from the 46 authentic self, which is the inner children of the masculine and the feminine, and release the light body to the sun's path. The family satisfaction in union of the 43 of the 3 of Cups and the 38 of the Queen of Cups, which also can be a mother and child, coming together with the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups all here, which can be all sorts of combinations, right? They can all 3 be children of love or water. They can be a mother with their 2 children, or the mother and father, where the Knight, the father is younger than the mother, and the Page of Cups here, which can be a child or a pet as well. Birthing the new PC union, which is actually the Page of Cups, but I guess PC is supposed to come up here too. Birthing the new PC union and the evolution of the heart in clearing wounds. The Queen of Swords Big Bird and the Fire Dragon Sun, which can be a mother and son energy. healing each other on the journey to the sun or to the south. The birds and the dragons come together here at 133, which is magician and the Christ consciousness, for a higher love. Setting boundaries daily using love and nature, arcs and steeples, overpasses and castles. The guide stones were coming up from Georgia, and the auric keys with consciousnesses on the path to the shaman for peace and truth, safety and security and power here as well. Again, that shaman energy. And I am planning to visit my daughter at some point in Atlanta, so I might actually end up going by the guide stones. So maybe we'll do a bit of a meditation there. So there's a higher love here with patience and balance, the flow of the shaman and the hermit at the beach, or perhaps camping or on the road. Angel, shaman, and hermit here. The green land, the desert land, and the beach lands. Of nature, communion with others in peace, and time for self to breathe and move. The King of Cups is being called again to detach from the drama of 3D and look up, sit in the grass at sunrise and sunset, and feel the sun and the ground in the unconditional love of the planet. With the aqua, rose gold, earth, heart, and again, the aqua is very much the mother ray in the heart, along with the golden egg. And again, the rose represents compassion, but also the color of the human body, your suit that you wear. And also the initials of the aqua, rose gold, instead of heart, the earth were coming up as ARGE, which is literally says our energy. The seagull rose in the eagle's heart. The southeast keys of the U.S., which is literally the Keys in Florida. The heart of the cosmos mirrors your heart in a wake-up call. See the indigo's dodecahedron close up, which is your star, your crystalline energy. Your heart is a portal to the mothership here. At 211, which is the divine feminine and justice of truth and balance. Receiving the sunlight through the healing hands of coming together with and evolution of the Page of Cups, birthing the new of the Fool's journey. Again, with that open heart, taking a leap of faith, with Archangel Sandalphon or the Lyran energy, the muse who is with you now, held by mother, present with gifts, helping each other to conquer their fears, to heal and for dreams to come true. He plays the music, or in other words, the muse, and she holds the space, or in other words, the SP for the spa, SPA of the spa and CE of the seal, which is referencing spa also means the sword, and the seal of the sword is the sword and the stone. So again, he is the muse of the inner child, and she is the spa or the sword. Again, the clumsiness of being relaxed or spastic can come up there too. But the spa or sword of the sealed one, or foot, like the footprints in the sand. Right? So he is the child, the human child, and she is that etheric energy here of the spa, right? Take me away, Calgon, of the sealed one. Transmuting the chaos with muses, presence, and gifts. The Fool's journey to the present, where dreams do come true, it can happen to you if you're young at heart, with signs and fulfillment from spirit, family, with love, at 221. And then, which is the High Priestess and the world, coming full circle. And then it turns to 222 of the guidance show, right? But it's the 2 of the High Priestess being in your knowing, the 22 of the Fool's journey with that open heart taking a leap of faith, and the 222 of that 6 of love, family and community, and bringing that all together, and the underlying energy of the indigo's heart, and knowing where you come from, the family satisfaction of a love for life, to warm the fields, to find the truth and evolve the heart on the Fool's journey with Archangel Sandalphon or Saint Dolphin, who's with you now in that Lyran energy, the red light, green light, and the ruby slippers, clicking them 3 times to and from the Emerald City through the heart portal, the key to authentic self in healing hands, and the Queen of Swords, Big Bird, with outer and inner children spreading their wings with space to share. The King of Swords, purification, and the new dawn in the sun, with the Queen of Cups and the sun, and the fire dragon Atlanteans, and the dolphin birds of Lemuria. Earth and fire here at 229, thy priestess and being present in the moment. Okay, so now we're going to go to the twin flame read, and the time is 50:33. Perfect. Okay. And so the read in front of you here, so I'm going to show you. And the center card is the 3 of Cups, by the way. So here's the center. This is the full read with the 7 decks. And I do tell you all the cards as I go, the main cards. And that middle card is the 3 of Cups. So I cut the deck at 358, which is the 3 of the Empress, the 58 of the 4 of Swords, which is the 5D connection for me. And then at 406, which is the 4 of the Emperor, the 6 of the Lovers, and also the 40 of the Page of Cups. EN of Orbs, and for me EN is code for Jesus, of Thoughts and Words. And then RBS, which I always get as run, base, slams instead of hits. And then at 425, I finish clarifying with the major arcana being the Hanging Man, Reflection, which is the Hermit, and Alchemy, which is the Temperance card. Before the read, the Emperor and the Empress came up as reason and abundance. There were 3 cups, 3 pentacles, and 2 swords in the read. And the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups, all in the read. Before the read was the Page of Swords along with the 9 of Swords, which can be a person suffering. And we had double 4s and 5s in this read, the 44 of Mastering, Grounding, Integrating, Receiving of Love, the 55 of the Truth, and Excalibur, which talked a lot about the sword today, as well as 1 and 10 being very significant here, and 7, besides the 55 was most significant here. The 1 of the Magician, the 7 of the Chariot, and the 10 of the High Vibe, Destiny here. We also had the 45 of the Purging card, the 13 of Transition, the Death card, the 34 of the Energetic Exchange, the 8 of Wands, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, 67 of the Loyal Humble Servant, the Knight of Wands, the 78 of the Dream Family, the 10 of Pentacles, and 810, which is 0 backing up the end of karma around the world with 81. So the message here, the code line was all about the number 15, which is the Devil card, which already was significant in coming up in the messages today. And I love that, right? Because the 13 is that God realm, but it's actually in a trinity, 13, 14, 15, which includes the 14 of the angel and the 15 of the devil, and how, you know, we are the light and dark of Source, the masculine and the feminine of Source, working together. So the code line here regarding 15 and the devil, or the shadow side, were personal growth and adventure, but that was broken up into PE and arsenal, and G for Roth, and AD for venture. So this is the way the messages came across. Sophia with earned income or credit, and again it's tax time, so that could definitely be going on, but also Sophia as the editor-in-chief, seeing the key and acing the 5 of Pentacles, the lovers out in the cold, in union, regarding the PE arsenal, which can be pulmonary embolism, but also is physical exercise, the arsenal of adding a risky undertaking or journey, and confiding in and relying on and trusting God's mercy. Also a check, perhaps. Maybe you're receiving a check or paying a check, or seeing the key in acing, feeling left out in the cold, or perhaps destitute with tax time, in expanding and purging the Christ-like energy state of sinking, right? Just like in the song, sinking in a gentle pool of wine. Don't disturb me now, I can see the answer as this evening is this morning, life is fine. So again, staying in that present moment, Spirit's connecting with me. And again, moving slowly like the turtle, and then being in that state of suspension, regarding the arsenal of sadness in a risky journey. The Sophia driving out or exiting without the I am, to see the key in the shadow aspect of her, of purging union or being Christ-like regarding the arsenal of mercy in a risky undertaking. Also repairing, the Czech Republic came up in the codes here today. And as the news that came up, repairing the UK tanks. So the Czech Republic is agreed to repair some of their tanks, I guess. But seeking energy or seeing the key of acing being left out of the union, right? To be a neutral zone or a sagging bridge. Referencing the physical exercise arsenal of our sonal, right? Because that has to do with ultrasound. And our sonal, God's mercy. After death, a risky journey. So again, having to do with the war and the energies regarding that. And the neutral territories. And also the Sikhs were coming up here in energetic exchange. The key in acing homelessness or no need for materialism in union regarding personal growth and adventure. And also the Sikhs seeing the key in the devil of materialism, of the union and personal growth and adventure. And also to see the inner child here. To see the key in acing the Five of Pentacles of being left behind or destitute or injured or ill or lovers out in the cold in union regarding their personal growth and adventure again. So I started this read with the Page of Cups and the underlying energies upright at 5:06. Okay, so the underlying card is the big card on top here with the minis there. So that big card on top is that Page of Cups upright. And we start here with the 5:06, which is the Hierophant and the Lovers, the commitment of the lovers, perhaps a marriage right there. And beneath the Page of Cups is the Nine of Swords reversed, the Reason or the Emperor, abundance of the Empress, and the Page of Swords upright with the Eight of Pentacles reversed. The ending of stress, the Nightmare, the Emperor and the Empress with a message of overwork and perhaps not working out, with the Page of Cups or message of love, or Page of Swords and Page of Cups, both upright, but not working out or can't get along, even though there's nothing wrong with either one of them here. With the Page of Cups upright and the Page of Pentacles reversed, actually the Page of Pentacles is here too, as reversed though, which may be a missed opportunity for the Page of Cups to work it out, or perhaps to go to the gym, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Or the Page of Cups is trying to help the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, or Queen of Pentacles, get along with each other, or getting actually between them. The Knight of Pentacles here, and you see all the Pentacles here in the family, the Knight of Pentacles is offering help to learn how to be happy with self. As the Warrior, Cancer, or boldly moving here, or the Knight of Pentacles is helping Cancer or war efforts here. And the Page of Pentacles reversed with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, neither are happy about it. Or kids planning a trip without the Queen of Pentacles reversed and their input. And that can be also, two people not including the third person in their conversations about something they're doing all together. The Patient Angel of the Knight of Swords reversed backs up the Knight of Pentacles upright to not let the thief leave or get out. Or the Knight of Pentacles is offering them help, is making them feel shame or guilt. And the Knight of Pentacles is letting go of their Scrooginess in waging war with dumping on the Wounded Warrior reversed, who's surrendering to the Queen of Cups reversed, Ten of Cups reversed, and the King of Swords upright here. The Knight of Swords reversed may be ashamed with the Knight of Pentacles offering help to let go of their defensiveness in a rejection of the Wounded Warrior surrendering or giving up, as with the Knight of Pentacles offering help to let go of their defensiveness, the Wounded Warrior reversed giving up, as the Queen of Cups reversed is done an emotional cycle, or done with the unhappy family with King of Swords, or the Queen of Cups reversed is giving up on the Sound of Music image they had for themselves with the King of Swords at war, or giving up the beach house to the King of Swords, or the King of Swords is trying to wait her out. Or the Knight of Pentacles is trying to fix things between the Queen of Cups reversed and the King of Swords, and he may be the Knight of Swords reversed, holding his tongue. And at 5:26, which is the Hierophant and the Page of Wands, there may be conflict, battle, or competition with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords reversed with the Tower reversed here. There may be a new passionate offer to the Knight of Swords reversed, who may be resisting sudden changes or after a sudden event, perhaps really stretching it with the short end of the stick, or trying to unclog their crown, the toilet, or the chimney, or kicking everyone out. Stretching the long arm of the law, perhaps, or perhaps a woody exposed, and freeing yourself, and beneath that was this could be the one, with the Queen of Swords reversed, lying only, confessing after the fact, to the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community with dysfunction or loss, and not mirroring, silencing their 5D connection, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, silencing them from their own self-satisfaction. Perhaps seeing a psychologist and confidentiality is an issue, or requiring a non-disclosure if you want to be happy with them or with themselves, or doesn't want their odd sex practices to get out. So somebody might be requiring someone to, to sign a non-disclosure, kind of like 50 Shades of Grey. So there's something about fruit or food here. So somebody might have a food fetish, and then creativity, and beneath it, healing. So standing up to the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed, with Atlas or the weight of the world, or perhaps feeling overweight or dropping the act or ball or the pattern and out the back jack, or had to run to bring good news to their fans, to get attention and admirers, or getting out of Dodge before the public gets there, or setting up an alibi of where they were at the time of the theft, lie, or cheating scenario. The masculine there's a masculine energy here with brown tights, leggings or brown legs, and brown shoes. So it's like all one color of the legs on the way down, the significant here for some reason. And then switching to green tights later for the parade or public showing, perhaps so no one knows it was them, right? They look very different as they go out into public. Or tired of juggling or carrying all the burden, as the King of Pentacles reversed leaves the Queen of Pentacles reversed to lead the way on his own with good news. The journeyman with the Page of Cups message to bring to the King of Swords, resisting self-satisfaction and creativity. Perhaps separate of the Empress receiving new passionate offer from the Fool reversed, who then walked away from their ball and chain or temptation of the Devil or Capricorn, perhaps with issues at work or being arrogant, as the Knight of Wands is always rushing in to the rescue to save the day, or leaving the Page of Cups upright to take the call, or leaving work to find satisfaction with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups, as Justice upright and the High Priestess upright, or Libra and Pisces here. At 548, which is the Hierophant and walking away within, in the recent past was the Hanging Man upright, perhaps seeing new perspectives, but with a right knee block. There's anger in the masculine side. Dumping a load, burden, or responsibilities about overworking and or not working out, or that things just aren't working out, with energetic exchange and third party under the radar, and finding peace away from imbalance or inequity, with the Queen of Wands looking the other way, and the Six of Cups kids, or soulmates here, or twin flame, or fond memories with the King of Wands, dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads, and no longer confused with the Knight of Cups reverse, rejection or jealousy perhaps, with Pisces or Capricorn upright here, and lots of fire under the radar. The foundation for the twins is the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Divine Feminine's heart coming out of the E-Tower, with truth to the Magician upright and their defenselessness to the Knight of Wands, which is sexual energy rushing in at the last minute or saving the day, or a plan to make an offer that they just cannot refuse, right? Because that could be the player that's hard to resist. It is upright, the Knight of Wands today, so it's in a positive energy. But again, if they're saving, we're not saving anymore, right? Unless it's a child who needs care from an adult, obviously. Or it's someone rushing back for romance to sweep somebody off their feet. The central energy is the Ace of Cups reversed, dumped or depressed, emotional here, or one big purge, or dumping an emotional load between the Queen of Wands and a divorce, or Taurus reversed and Aries upright, or the Emperor Dark Knight, or ending that's not yet announced, and seeing new perspectives first, and waiting until after taxes or after Easter here, with Taurus reversed and Taurus and I think it's Aquarius. Scorpio's upright here, Oh, Aries. Taurus and Aquarius are reversed. Aries and Scorpio are upright here. And Pisces or Capricorn is upright here. The challenge being for the twins is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Recovering from exile under the radar, destined, or with Libra, Empress, and Justice, or Taurus upright and Libra upright between the Page of Swords' voice taken away due to dropping the ball or broke the facade, wanting to break their patterns, or somebody cut them off at the pass, tripped them up. Broke up with the Queen of Cups reversed, or she is without affection, and the Page of Swords with a message of dropping the act, or a child telling personal family stuff right out in public, but they're doing it in a positive way to defend the family, but they don't realize they shouldn't be talking about that family stuff in public. Could be as well, that could be the family rule. And the deception of the Knight of Cups reversed with new information, or the Knight of Cups reversed with Cancer in their chart, and news that knocked them off balance, or dropping the act between the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, Libra upright or Gemini reversed, and Cancer reversed here, perhaps Pisces too. With the World upright, that's completion, coming full circle, or perhaps traveling. And the Dream Girl or Divine Feminine in 5D, the World, Pisces, High Priestess, or another it's like coming up as another wearing her skin, the Dark Priestess. So it's coming up as a positive High Priestess and then a Dark Priestess who's wearing the High Priestess's skin, right? So impersonating them. Grounding, integrating, being guided at the gate, or on the fence with sweet tweets, and all business relationship that's not working out. With the King of Cups reversed, who's no longer fantasizing, or he's no fantasy in a divorce or spiritually, with the Magician or Gemini or Virgo seeing the light of hanging out with the Two of Cups, the Sovereign upright and the Page of Wands reversed, who may be tired or sick or all over the place, or the Sovereign is frustrated and uninspired. With the Hermit reversed, the King of Wands and the Divine Feminine, or perhaps coming full circle, letting go of the never-ending story to get over it and lead the way to surrender or in surrender. Destined to the Page of Cups upright in the 5D connection, or I didn't mean to say 5D connection, but that could be. Destined to the Page of Cups in the 5 of Cups, right? The two lovers out in the cold or feeling left out. With Patient Angel, High Priestess, Two of Cups, who may be on guard. With Libra, with Scorpio, or dead tired of going crazy over their flame, and implementing a plan of defense here. Perhaps energy vampiring, depression or arrogance, and dumping a load with the Devil or Capricorn. Dysfunctional family not offering much, and grounding, integrating a lack of sleep, or to let go and fix the past. Drawing in lying, cheating, and stealing energy by being untrusting. And soon here is the Saggy or alchemy of the Sovereign destined to fall for the hostage or trap of bliss and multiple loads, with the Divine Feminine with Cancer or Pisces upright up early to travel or move. Perhaps double Libra and double Cancer here, with Aries reversed and Pisces upright, Patience and the Queen of Swords reversed with an ultimatum of sexual rejection and recovering or walking away, or kids out of control in an unstable home, and the Hermit reverse is coming out with issues at work with the King of Cups reversed here. And so the alchemy, the Patient Angel, Sagittarius, or Sovereign Libra, or destined to fall into trap of the Empress and Justice here, which can be Taurus and Libra. The Queen of Swords reversed between the Queen of Cups opening her heart and the Page of Pentacles reversed, uninspired to learn, or depressed, missed an opportunity, or were uninvited. And that could be a child very upset about that. The Queen of Swords reversed with a choice to make, but uninspired to help others recover, wanting to walk away and within and work on themselves instead. In need of vacation or sunshine, or choosing a new home, or an area to live in, or unstable marriage with kids all over the place, and the Hermit reversed over isolating or losing their minds. So you could be living with a parent as well who's got some dementia there, or coming out with issues at work with the King of Cups reversed, with Virgo and Leo reversed here as well, and Saggy and Libra upright here, with true love, you deserve love, and calling in your soulmate here for the twins. At 646, which is the lovers and the inner children or outer children loving each other, around the twins or how they're seen as the Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help with depressed and or arrogant Queen of Swords reversed or Aquarius reversed, being strong or taming the beast or pet, withholding or saving for something to implement a plan, or the Page of Pentacles reversed wanting to invest in the Queen of Swords reversed or with them, with Aquarius reversed but Leo upright here, and the block being the Queen of Cups reversed. The prisoner of bliss and dumping multiple loads and or emotional attachments with the King of Pentacles reversed with an unhappy family, emotionally unfulfilled, or ending an emotional cycle here. With adventure and personal growth and domestic harmony, we have the Three of Cups reversed and Ten of Swords reversed after a reunion and bliss, or no reunion and the worst is now over of the pain, or done being third party and feeling sad about it. And there can just be a massage there as well. The devil may be castrated, trying to mark his territory, the bliss of temptation and dumping an emotional load, hanging out face to face, divorced magician with the sovereign who's unsure that they'll accept, and Capricorn upright and Pisces connected to Taurus and Libra, Cancer. The bliss with third party under the radar in pursuit of happiness, grounding and integrating the receiving of love, and a move or visit with the King of Swords upright. Hiding underground the Emperor and the Empress with a message that's not working out, that things are not working out with them perhaps, with the Page of Pentacles reversed in need of help, with the King of Swords upright and the Divine Feminine's heart opening up, or the King of Swords implementing a plan to invest in the Queen of Swords reversed in need of help, or the Page of Pentacles reversed who may be in need of help, or a missed opportunity to hang out and purge or sweat or dumping. And that could be someone who's got a prostate issue too, peeing too much. The challenge being the Five of Pentacles reversed, of coming out, recovering from the Mary Magdalene cave. And the Hermit reversed coming out of that over-isolation as the patient angel, or to them as the higher lover. The Sagittarius alchemizing, with the Queen of Cups reversed and the Hermit reversed in bliss, now that the worst is over, of third party under the radar, battling the waves of flames and wishing on a star, an island unto themselves, moving, visiting, or homecoming with the King of Swords here. The Page of Cups may be hanging out with the journeyman or kids to work. This could be kids to work day. Or a message of love to lead the way to the Divine Feminine's heart, overwhelmed and challenged by coming out of exile as the Hermit reversed is coming out. The Queen of Swords reversed, patient angel in need of help, opportunity, or a friend. Or the Page of Pentacles reversed is between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups both reversed, with the worst now over and bliss of third party in need of attention that's worth fighting for, grounding, integrating, and wishing on a star to move, visit, or homecoming of the Divine Masculine at 7:02, which is the Chariot and the 2 of the High Priestess. So there's at 7:08 is third party big love with the Empress reversed, High Priestess reversed, or Taurus and Pisces both reversed, with a victory over the Knight of Swords, wounded warrior. The Knight of Swords is reversed here, either lashing out or holding their tongue. So here I clarify a little bit. The Hierophant with the key to dumping multiple loads, overworking or all business relationship or web, not working out after sudden event and disconnect or at a distance, perhaps not seeing eye to eye or just too far apart, with the Two of Cups and the Lovers both reversed next side by side, which can be the false twin as well, or just they're at a distance from each other. The breakup or the need to come together with twin flame, defenseless to energies of the Page of Cups or puppy love or a pet, and a twist of fate to share and balance with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Page of Pentacles upright, wanting to start over as the horse with no name, purging and breaking patterns, no longer juggling with information that makes them unhappy, with self and confessing, pretending to look like they're at peace, but actually hiding the truth or that ace up their sleeve. The cat unable to trust, with the Page of Wands reversed and the King of Cups reversed, who may be reaping rewards in rehab together, or out in the cold, detoxing, a split, lies, and divide, with the Page of Wands reversed, inner war with the world, or coming to terms to end the pain, or a painful ending, to be present and awake. The bat, who's all bundled up, awake at night, unable to manifest, the Queen of Pentacles, to receive their love from the other side, or in death of unhappy family, or an ending to an emotional cycle that's way overdue, with the Queen of Cups moving her magic or waving her magic wing, leading the way to transform the King of Pentacles reversed with a message of romance in 5D connection. Working with secret passion for the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community dream. At 723 is the Chariot and the King of Wands. Heaven on earth, the Sovereign and the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Swords reversed holding their tongue, or with a negative past, or without their kids. And Justice of two cats with the third between, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave. The Emperor with Son of Wands, Chariot, or with Cancer Warrior, ascending and healing third party who fell and was unstable, yet strong and rose, and the need for hope and to dream and to find peace in a wake-up call, to heated exchange and fighting to hold back or save, to be patient, angel, the Knight of Cups, being love, ending suffering and silence and coming out of the shell, to feel trapped in the chrysalis of new passion from the King of Swords, sunshine, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, unable to function, uncomfortable wounded warrior, surrendering to the Empress, twin flame. And again, the feeling trapped in the chrysalis, right, is necessary. It's like cooking the caterpillar before it becomes a butterfly. So you don't want to crack the egg open too soon. And that's at 7:30, which is the Chariot and the Union. Where are we here? So I think I'm going to leave it at that because I do want to pull a couple. I want to pull a couple cards for you, oracle cards, see what comes up here. Let's do, oh, the Dream Tarot. I haven't done that in a bit. Let's see what comes up. Getting very hot right now. There must be a lot of masculine energy coming in. It's a beautiful day out again today. It's nice and sunny. It was a little chilly this morning, but it's beautiful. I got some gardening done yesterday. Got new dirt put into my pots. And the seed on the grass. All right, see what comes up. What is our takeaway from the reads today? Regarding Pisces, Cancer moon, and that's the new moon in June, right? The Cancer new moon. And also June 6, 14 to 15 was coming up again, which is the angel and the devil energy again of the 14 and the 15. That's significant. All right, the one that came up, this is very much the colors of one of those pictures of the steamed mirror. I made a printout from Shutterfly of this, but this is the same coloring of that. The Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Look at that, the 42 of the Two of Cups. Netcaster, right? So those who cast a net, the grid, perhaps you caught something. There's a little sea dress. What is it? Why can't I know? This is the second time I've forgotten what they're called. Right? The sea dragon, or what is it? Why can't I remember? This is me. Don't mind me. I mean, besides my age and menopause and all that kind of stuff, I was hit by a car in 2016, so I really have trouble with some of the most simple words, remembering. Even like New Orleans, I forget that, or I just can't remember. Sea dragon, is that what it's called? Sea dragon? I can't think of it. But anyway, this is a beautiful energy. Preparations now come to fruition. Those who've cast a net have caught their prey here, 42. And then we have the 15 of that devil card, the dust devil here, moving out of stagnation, which that came up too. I'm really releasing those stuck energies within the body. The net and the dust. And there's one more card that wants to be seen, and then the bottom of the deck, I'll show that to you in a minute. The bottom of the deck here is 35 of the Wounded Warrior, who lost their way, right? Lost compass, getting back to integrity. So whoever lost their way, the Wounded Warrior, has now found their way back. And that was after the sky bridge of possibility for union perhaps inspired them with synchronicities, options, and heaven in their eyes, inspiring the Wounded Warrior who lost their way to getting back to integrity. of the Two of Cups union, preparations come to fruition as the netcaster and the dust devil moving out of stagnation of the devil and coming into the metox of detoxing here, preparing the body, mind, and spirit for the Knight of Cups, a proposal of love. This is beautiful, you guys. That's really beautiful. And you see the color change too. So again, this is the colors of the steamed up mirror in my picture. If I can show that to you. See if I don't know if you'll be able to see it really well, but I'll try to show it to you. Actually, you know what? I'll wait. I'll put it out for you tomorrow. But again, this energy, and then this is about, you know, clearing the dust out from the house, but also the stuck energy from your body. You know, it's like the whirlwind in the desert, right? All that dust kicks up and it's all over in your eyes. Have you ever been on the beach on a really windy day where you can't do anything because the sand keeps blowing in your eyes? That's the energy I'm getting here. And you see her face there? I don't know if you can see it really well, but there she is. She looks like she's got something up her sleeve there. I don't know what she's thinking. And this one has her face down too. They're both looking down. But she's not. She's having fun. This is that shaman energy, but in a whole different color, a whole different way. It's like taking the shaman apart and putting it back together in a whole new way, right? So there's no reds or oranges here, right? There's yellow and teal energies and bathtub energy, right? Which you'd never see a representation of a shaman in a modern bathtub, right? So there's definitely detoxing here of the shaman in all new ways after going through the cyclone, like stirring it all up, breaking all the parts apart in order to bring them back together and see where they all settle in the end. The Two of Cups. And this came up yesterday from somebody else too. Again, remember when you get what you wish for, it may come in a different way than you thought, right? There's preparations for the fruition here that you got what you wanted, the Two of Cups, but it might come in a dust devil, you know, like a whirlwind. This could be a whirlwind romance as well, but it can come in as a cyclone, moving out of stagnation to really break it up, and then time for a bath. And this was me yesterday because I had dirt all over me from dealing with the dirt, and then really wanted to take a shower afterwards to get off the dirt. So there's that Knight of Cups energy. This is beautiful energy. All right, let's go with the animals here too, the animal deck. And I do list all the formal names of the decks below. If there's something missing from my list for some reason, just let me know in the comments if you need the name. That's no problem. Also remember when you're outside in your yard to touch your trees and flowers and talk to them. My tree really responds to me, like there'll be no wind at all and I'll go to touch them and talk to them, and then all of a sudden a gust of wind will come in and they'll fluff their leaves all over me. It's really beautiful actually. And they just did that for me. All right, let's see. Oh, that came right up. The Two of Autumn. Look at that cat. The Abyssinian cat. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do, not just one thing. So again, that spirit of fun. And this is coming up too, the Five of Summer. So we have orange and yellow of the sun here. Even though we have green and blue here, it's like incorporating both of those color sets that I talked about earlier. And the dragonfly here. The horse why can't I think of it? Dragon horse? Seahorse, that's what it's called. I couldn't think of it. All right, Five of Summer. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. And again, those life little difficulties may be the way that Source is bringing the energy in that you want, but they have to go through that one little thing. So there's the dragonfly. Remember, the dragonflies, when they come together, they pulse in a heart as two as one. So the 2 and the 5 is the 25 of the Knight of Wands as well. But it's also the High Priestess and the Hierophant. The Pisces and Taurus energies coming together. The cat, I love the face on that cat. They just really don't trust that blue ball. So there's something about this blue ball that just bothers this cat. What is it about the blue ball? It's just the unknown. They're afraid of the unknown. That's all I'm getting here. Which, that is fear, right? There's nothing to fear but fear itself, because fear is because you don't know. You don't know somebody else's culture or religion or why they do what they do, because you weren't raised that way. But it's just the unknown. And once you know, it's no big deal, right? It's like the being apart, the unknown of being apart, because you don't know what their perspective is. You don't know what they're doing. And as soon as you know, you don't have to worry about anything anymore, because then there's no unknown, there's no fear anymore. So that's a message that people shouldn't hold back things, because you're just leaving an unpeacefulness for others who, if you taught them your perspective that they don't know, then they would feel better and they would grow at the same time. So you may feel under stress because of too many jobs, and that doesn't have to be fixed jobs that you get paid for. It can be any kind of jobs. If you're a mom at home, you may be multitasking too much, or just too many responsibilities for one person to manage, and that's relative depending on your age and your abilities, right? But it doesn't matter what your age or abilities or how many jobs you do. You do it, if you bring a spirit of fun to all that you do, then you'll find naturally the things that don't serve you will fall out of your way. And then the dragonfly of focusing on the fact that the universe always loves you, God loves you, and always has the highest of intentions for you. And they might just have to go through this little snag to get you to the other side where you really want to be. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties. Okay. And there's 2 more cards that want to be seen, but I want to show you the bottom of the deck first. Is the deer mouse. I was going to say the titmouse, but it's the deer mouse. The Emperor is the number 4. And this is the Emperor's little inner self, right? They're very actually little sweet one here, right? Because, you know, think of the Emperor who's totally in control when they're doing their job. But in their personal life, this may be who they are. They're just this sweet little innocent one who isn't good at small talk, right? They're good at their job because they always know what they're supposed to say when they're working. But when it comes to just being their little old self, maybe they don't know what to say, and they have this little flower. It's making me want to cry. It's just so sweet. The energies of the little flower they just want to bring because they don't know what to say. And there's the butterfly of transformation. And instead of the deer one, it's coming up the deer mouse who's afraid, right? The Emperor's never afraid, but the mouse is. The structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. And the turtle's under there who's slow, but this is the sea turtle. He's much faster than the land turtle. Stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing on your past success. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. So, right? So pat yourself on the back for having accomplished these great things that you did in your life, but also be ready to do something new where you may be vulnerable or a little bit afraid, which is okay. Okay, so we went through these two. These two also wanted to be seen. They're very different colors, right? These are the orange and yellow of the sun, and the blue and the green of the heart and the throat chakra here coming up. It's to speak your heart and be in the sun, right? That can be, right? What makes your heart shine, right? Your sunshine. Who's your sunshine? You are my sunshine. So the king of spring, inspiring dramatic ambitions and wise. The Katanga lion, now is your moment to step up to that leadership role. So it's again speaking about stepping into leadership. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful so long as you stay focused upon the big picture. So this can be going from Emperor to something completely new that scares you, or going from that little mouse to this, not realizing who you were. And the Ace of Winter of the little cuddly panda bear. The implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. So just keep going, don't give up. And we have the the bamboo there that never dies, right? Bamboo grows through anything. And so does the king of the jungle. And look at the king talking to the little birdie there, right? There may be some new friendships you didn't expect would ever happen. There's the king of the jungle, right? With the little birdie over here, little birdie in their ear. And there's the panda bear hugging the tree. That's so beautiful. And I have bamboo all over the place because years ago, the lady who used to live behind me thought she was doing us a favor by sending good luck over the fence. And now my other next door neighbor has bamboo all around their pool. And so that's really the worst side of it, because that keeps growing back because they just let it grow wild. But as long as you cut it back with the lawnmower, you know, it stays out of the way. But it doesn't, you can't get rid of bamboo easy. It grows very deep roots, and then they all vine together under the ground, deep under the ground. So it's very strong, just like the tree and the tree roots. The lion and the panda, right? Very different energies, perhaps within the same person, right? They're just a little cuddly bear inside the big king here, right? The king that's really soft for the little bird over here. He's just really a big panda bear. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I love those energies. And remember, it was just 31, 31, and 33, which is the chaos of life and how to integrate that into allowing, not resisting, but not attaching at the same time. It's all about the dark and the light and bringing them together in a new way. And so remember, water, joy, nature, sleep, and rise and be love, love and rise. Bye, you guys.